So we've talked about specifically living in a tiny home, but that is not the only option. So if you like the idea of living a little bit smaller and a little bit better within your budget, it is not just limited to tiny homes. It could be a camper, it could even be sharing your house and renting a room. It could be anything that really helps you minimize the space that you're taking up, but as well as minimizing the effect on your budget. So, we've talked about specifically wanting for one person to choose the tiny house lifestyle, but the broader impact is that if we had, tiny house living communities, we could do cheaper rents, better sustainability for the future in the fact that you and I could have cheaper rents, our kids would have cheaper rents, as well as not using so much resources to build those bigger houses. So, if one person needs less room and less materials are required to make whatever room they need to occupy, it is cheaper, it is better on the environment, as well as it is so much easier to be building tiny homes, to have that community where you can reach out to people in a tiny home community, or even if it's just a more efficient, I don't know, trailer park. It still gives you the flexibility to maybe have a mobile home where if you don't want to stay in one community, or if you like the chance to travel more often in your lifestyle, that may work best for you. What better way to go on a vacation than to bring your home with you and not pay anything extra like you would in a hotel? You're still sleeping in your exact same bed at night, made the way you exactly like. Either way, it's still easier on the planet, easier on your budget, and easier in the way of you're not making huge commitments where you're stuck in a mortgage for 30 years. Or, in fact, if you can't get to that mortgage in the first place. It's a fresh start for all of us without being anchored in one spot for years if you're not ready for that commitment, or if that decision is being made for you by the bank. We all can benefit, and we don't have to stay in these scary mortgages.